Hey everybody, it is Tuesday. Yes, okay. And I'm feeling twisted. So, guess what that means? Tuesday, twisted, twisty Tuesday. So, does anybody realize that it snowed like 2 weeks ago? And today it's like 89 degrees outside. So, we had a couple of nice weeks of spring. We regressed to winter and then we catapulted into summer. Welcome to Oklahoma. Hey, Kelly Hill. So, yeah, I'm not digging that. Like, I want my spring back just a little bit, but I'm not ready for summer yet. Not yet. And just to make y'all feel like you're with me, because most of you know how klutzy I am, I was on the way into my yoga room from the kitchen and I tripped over the living room carpet. Yes. So it just jumped right up and there my flip-flop went and I was like, and I uttered a few words that I will not repeat to you guys, but y'all know what they were. All right, so we're going to get all twisted today and do some good fun yoga. And we're going to start with some sun salutations. So get to your wall and come into mountain pose. And I need this day this practice, because this day was crazy, man. I ruined all kinds of things on the laser today. Not good. All right, so let's come into mountain pose, bringing the feet to hip width apart or a little bit wider if you need to. Outside edges of the feet are parallel. Start to get your breath, relax your shoulders. I need to just breathe right now. And probably y'all do too. On your next inhale, let's take the arms up, interlace your fingers with the index fingers pointing. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah. Letting your head lead you on the inhale, rise back to standing, hands into your heart. We're going to step to the wall, extend your arms fully. On the exhale, bending the elbows. On the inhale, straightening back up. Kiss is optional. On your next inhale, take your left leg back into a high lunge. Lengthen out through your heel. Adjust your hands on the wall as you need to. Then we'll inhale, stepping back up, and inhale, take the right leg back. Once again, lengthening through the heel. Breathing. Inhale, stepping up. On your exhale, walking out into half down dog. And again, adjusting your hands wherever you need to on the wall. Lengthen your tailbone across the room. Inhale, coming up, push back away from the wall. On the inhale, take your arms up. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back to standing, hands coming together into Anjali Mudra. On the inhale, sweeping your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling, interlace your fingers. On the exhale, we're going to bend to the right this time. Inhale back to center, exhale, bend to the left. Inhale back to center, separate your hands, soften your knees, and fold forward. That feels so good. Let your head lead you on the inhale, rise back to standing, hands into your heart, step to the wall, extend your arms. On the exhale, coming down to the wall. On the inhale, coming back up. And then inhale, take your right leg back. Once again, lengthening through the heel, breathing. Make sure that your left knee is over your ankle. Inhale, coming back up. And on your next inhale, take your left leg back. Oh, stretch. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, walking out into half down dog. Try to keep your neck neutral when you're in this position. Inhale up. I gotta make sure my poster's still attached to the wall very nicely. Step back away from the wall. Then we'll inhale, taking the arms up, palms come together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise back to standing, hands coming together and down into your heart, into Anjali Mudra, and then back to the top of your mat. I see somebody is here getting a preview of tomorrow's lesson. Yes. All right, so let's come back into mountain pose. Bringing the feet back to hip width apart or wider. You can go to the width of the mat if you need to. Arms down by your side, palms are open. Relax your shoulders. Really start to breathe in and out of your nose. Find that place where your feet have equal weight on the mat. And while y'all are doing that, I'm going to toss the magic yoga cubey thingy and see what we're going to get as a pose for today. It picked our balancing pose, which will be tree. Cool. All right. On your next inhale, let's take the arms up, palms coming together. Exhale, folding forward, softening your knees as you come into standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Making sure that or taking your hands either to the backs of your legs, to a block, to the mat. If you want to come into half standing forward bend, you can do that. And then your hands will be to your shins. Let your head hang down if that's possible. And breathe. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but this feels really super good. Just let all that stuff from the day roll off your back onto the floor. And if you want to go into pendulum pose, you can grab hold of opposite elbows and either hang heavy or sway side to side. You decide. Or you can just stay in standing forward bend. It's your practice. That feels good too. Just feels good. All right, we're going to come to a stop. If your hands are not already to the mat, go ahead and take them there. And then on the inhale, we're going to rise back to standing. Haha, I tricked you. Bring the arms to about shoulder width apart. If you want to bring the legs closer together for chair, go ahead and do so. On the exhale, we're going to sit back and down into my favorite pose. Yeah, Utkatasana, chair pose. Breathe. I'm only doing this because I want to do revolve chair. So we're going to bring the palms together into Anjali Mudra. On the exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Pushing your palms together. Your right arm is to your left knee and the left elbow is up to the sky. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Ooh, that'll burn the thighs. Inhale back to center. Exhale out. Inhale, power up. And exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. On your inhale, taking your left leg back. We're going to turn that back foot to 45 degrees. Make sure that your right knee is lined up over your ankle. Inhale, we're going to rise into warrior two. Chair pose. We'll never be friends. That's okay. It's okay. Make sure that your back arm is level with your front. So check it out, just looking back there. And your body is at center. Nice deep breaths. And then on the exhale, we're going to drop the front arm to the front leg. Bring the back arm straight up or over, coming into Parsvakonasana, side angle. Both palms are open and full of energy. And you're carrying the weight of the pose in your feet, not in the right arm. Keep breathing. Then we're going to inhale, reversing the warrior, taking the left hand down your back leg, the right arm up to the sky. You can look up or down, or in my case, at the camera. Oh, whoa. And then I fall out of it. Kind of unusual to fall out of reverse warrior, but it can happen. Then we'll inhale back up into warrior two. Drop your arms. Let's shake the legs out. Whew. Shake the hips. All right. And we're going to turn sideways on our mats. Bring the feet out to a challenging but comfortable width. Making sure that the outside edges of your feet are parallel. Once again, inhale, we'll bring the arms up, palms come together. Exhale, if you need to soften your knees, go ahead, and we're going to fold forward into wide leg standing forward bend. Walk your hands out in front of you so your body's in a tabletop position. Push into your palms to push your back up. Breathe. Try to keep your neck neutral. And again, if you need your knees soft, go ahead and take them soft. Then we'll walk the hands back in, and on the exhale, we're going to twist over toward the right leg, bringing the left hand to the foot and the right hand to the back of the leg. Bend your right knee if you need to give yourself a little bit of extra space to get the torso towards the leg. Sometimes it's not easy to do when your leg is straight. Just breathe it out. Kind of feeling twisty right now. And then we'll exhale through center and over to the left leg, taking the right hand to the left foot, the left hand to the back of the leg. And again, if you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do so, particularly your left knee, to try and get your torso close to your leg. And then we'll exhale back to center. Let your head lead you. On the inhale, rise back to standing. Palms come together, hands into your heart. We're going to turn the left foot out to the back of the room. The right foot will go to 45 degrees. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, lunge into warrior two. Once again, making sure that your body's at center. And remember, if your shoulders ever feel like they're up in your ears, just turn your palms up, relax your shoulders on your back, and palms come back down. Looking out over your front hand, unless your neck is bothering you, and then you can just look to the side. On the exhale, dropping the left arm to the left leg, bringing the right arm straight up or over, coming into side angle. And again, looking up or down. Palms are open, full of energy. Then inhale, reversing the warrior. So the left knee is still bent. The right hand goes down the back leg, and the left arm goes up to the sky. And we're breathing. Then we'll inhale back up into warrior two. Drop the hands. Jump the feet back together, kind of shake it out, shake it out. And then we'll take the legs out. This time we're going to take them out a little bit wide and turn the toes out instead of having the outside edges parallel. We're going to bring the arms up. You know where we're going. On the exhale, we're going to squat down into goddess pose. I went too far. Yeah, we're going to shake it out just a little bit, sway back and forth. And then we're going to bring the hands down to the knees, and on the exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So push against your left leg, that gives you a little bit of torque. And then inhale back to center, and exhale, twist to the left. Now you're pushing against your right leg. So as you're moving through this with your breath, push against the opposite knee of where you're twisting. Keep breathing. Then inhale back to center and power up and release your hands. All right, so the Magic Yoga Cube told us that tonight's balancing posture will be tree pose. Not very twisty. So let's see. Let's do a balance challenge. So balance challenge for tonight. so that we follow the cue, but we get a twist. We're going to start with tree. So of course, find your focal point, and then you're going to bring your foot to wherever you're ready. The left leg is going to stay straight. The right foot's going to come either to the side of your left foot or the shin or up into the thigh. Arms can go wherever you want. Just breathe. When you're ready, we're going to drop the arms, drop the right leg, not all the way to the mat, bend the left leg and come into eagle. So you're going to wrap the right leg around and either bring the toes to the mat or behind your leg. Then you're going to bring the left arm up, the right arm under, palms come together, backs of your hands, or hug yourself. When you're ready to come out, release both. So, got it? We're going to go tree to eagle. And of course, if you only want to do one of them, that's fine. If you need the wall, go ahead and take it. So when you're ready, find your focal point. Prepare for your tree. Make sure you've got a strong left leg. And then bring your right foot to wherever you want. And then if you want to take your arms out to the side or down or up, wherever you want to go, grow your tree, go ahead and do so. Just keep the breath going. Remember, if you fall out of it, you got to start over. And then you're moving at your pace. So when you're ready, you're going to drop your arms, release your foot, but don't take it all the way to the mat. Bend the left leg, bring the right leg around. Left arm up, right arm under, or hug yourself, whatever you want to do. Sit back and down in eagle. Breathe. Release the arms when you're ready, release the legs when you're ready, and switch to the other side. So once again, finding your focal point. Strong right leg this time. When you're ready, bringing the left foot either to toes to the floor, foot to the shin, or all the way up into the thigh. Hug the midline of the body together so the foot pushes into the leg and the leg pushes into the foot. Then if you want to grow your tree, go for it. Breathing. And again, you're in charge of when you change. So when you're ready, you're going to drop your arms, release your foot halfway, don't take it to the floor, bend the right knee, wrap the left leg around, sit back and down, right arm comes up, left arm comes under, or hug yourself or dream of Jeannie if you're Kelly. Woo. And breathe, and when you're ready to release, release your arms, release your legs, shake it out. That was a good one. I don't think we've ever done tree to eagle before. Maybe. It's been a while, so. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I'm going to have to turn this fan on. Okay, so we're going to come back to the top of our mats now. Back into mountain pose. Inhale, let's take the arms up, palms come together. Exhale, folding forward, bringing the hands to the mat. And we're going to walk out into downward facing dog. Woof, woof. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to exhale, coming down onto our knees. So I'm going to go ahead and release or bring the phone down a little bit so you can see me. There we go. And I'm going to turn my fan back on because I be dying. Whew. All right, so I've already got my blanket to cushion my knee. So if you want a blanket to cushion your knee, go ahead and do that. Then we're going to grab a block. I should have told y'all what I had tonight, but you know, just kind of know to bring everything with you. And then you're good. You're golden. Okay, so we're going to bring the block out to the floor in front of us, down on the low side. We're going to bring the right foot or leg to 90 degrees. So check it out. Make sure that your knee is over your ankle. Left hand is going to go to the block. Right hand's going to come behind you, grabbing your left foot, pulling it up towards your buns, and then you're going to open your chest to the right into lizard pose. Lizard. I heard you, Kelly. If your knee starts to splay out to the side, just move your foot out towards the edge of the mat. And breathe. Ooh, my back just popped. Yay. And then we'll exhale and release that foot. And remember, if your foot doesn't touch your butt luggage, don't worry about it, you know. And you can also use a strap if you need to. All right, the right knee comes back onto the blanket or the mat. Move the block over to the right. Left leg comes out to 90 degrees. Check out that knee over that ankle. Left hand comes behind you, grabs the right foot, pull up, and then open your chest, twisting into lizard. This is a variation of lizard because the real lizard, you have to go all the way down to the floor in a low kind of lunge. It's crazy. I've done it. Not in a while, but I've done it. But most people can't access, I shouldn't say most, a lot of people can't access that because it's just too low to the floor, or the girls get in the way, or, you know, excess luggage or whatever you want to call it. And then we'll release. That felt good. Move the block off to the side. We're going to come onto all fours, making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders and the fingers are spread nice and wide. Knees are underneath the hips. Tops of the feet are flat to the mat. On the inhale, drop your belly and look up to the ceiling. On the exhale, bring your chin into your chest, rounding your back. Moving with your own breath. Moo. Meow. Just keep that breath going. Nice, slow movements of the spine. Never hurry. On your next inhale, let's turn the toes under. On the exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. So making sure that your knees are soft, that gets your hips up in the air, and you're going to do that shift of your torso back to your legs. For most of you, your head is going to be between your arms. Just breathe. Then we're going to inhale, coming out into plank, bringing your feet back and together, pushing into your palms. And then we're going to open up into side plank. That's a twist. So you can either open up to the left, stacking your right foot on your left, and your left arm goes up in the sky, or you can kickstand your right leg out behind you and come out that way. And then we'll exhale back down to the mat. Make sure that you have your hands in place. If you want to kickstand your foot out, you're going to take the left leg back, kickstand out, and then over onto the side of the right foot, and the right arm goes up to the sky. Those are the two best ways of doing it. But if you want to stack them, you can. And then exhale the hands back down, back into plank. Release your knees back to the mat. And we're going to come either into child's pose or happy puppy. So your choice. You know how to get there. Oh, goodness. That feels so good. So good. Just breathe. If you're in child's pose, try to just relax completely. If you're in happy puppy, it's more of trying to stretch your back than anything. And then we'll exhale and come back up. All right. So let's come back to standing on our knees. So the knees are about hip width apart. And again, if you need a blanket to cushion your knees, go ahead and do that. We're going to bring the right leg out to about a 45-degree angle. That way when we lunge forward, we're going to stack the knee over the ankle without having to really consciously think about it. Top of the left foot is flat to the mat. Arms are down by your side. On the exhale, we're going to lunge forward, stacking the right knee over the right ankle, coming into half cobra. Now, if you want to take your hands to your knees, you can do that, or you can inhale the arms up, interlace your fingers with the index fingers pointing. You can stay just like this, or you can lean back into crescent pose, either looking forward or up to the ceiling. It's up to you. Just breathe. And then we're going to exhale and twist to the left. The right hand will come to the right knee and the left hand will go down the left leg. So we're getting those twists in. Feeling twisty today. Exhale, we'll turn forward. One hand to each side of the foot, and we're going to sit back and stretch out the leg in front of us. So in this position, the toes of your left foot can be turned under, or you could have the foot flat to the mat. It depends on how it feels for you. For me, it feels better to turn them under. And then we'll come back up. Use your hands to assist your right leg back into place. Come back to standing on your knees, and then we'll take the left leg out. Once again, you're at a 45-degree angle, and the top of the right foot is flat to the mat. So pushing into the top of the right foot, we're going to lunge forward, coming into half cobra. For a minute, I forgot what I was doing. That happens a lot. Then if you want to bring your hands to your knees, you can. Or you can bring your arms up, interlace your fingers with the index fingers pointing. You can lean back into crescent if you're so inclined to do so. Just breathe it out. And then we're going to exhale, twisting to the right. Left hand will come to the left knee, right hand down the back thigh. And then we'll exhale, turn forward, hands to each side of the foot, and we're going to sit back and stretch that left leg out. That was still a little tender on my right knee, but it's getting better, so that's good. And then we'll come back up, assist your knee back into place, and we will come down to seated. Feeling good? I'm feeling a little hot, but nice and twisty, so that's good. All right, so once we're here, let's go ahead and keep the left leg extended on the mat, and we're going to bring the right foot either with the foot to the shin or to the inside of the left thigh. Always propping yourself up if you need to. Pulling your butt luggage out. We're going on a trip. Fingertips to the floor beside you. Sit up nice and tall. On the inhale, taking your arms up to shoulder width apart. Lengthen coming out of your waist. And exhale, fold from the top of your thighs. Taking your hands either to the outside edge of your foot, to your shin, to the floor, or you can use your strap if you are so inclined. Try to keep your back flat as much as possible. I mean, I can see I have a rounding in my back, and that's normal. Try to keep your neck neutral, no turtle tuck. And just breathe. Oh, head to knee pose, Janu Sirsasana. One of the first poses all y'all learned in Yoga 101. And if you want to do a little variation of head to knee, you can take your right hand to the outside edge of your left foot, take your left hand behind you, and then kind of twist to the left. See, there's that theme, right? I'm all twisted today. Maybe tomorrow will be better and I won't be as twisted. Just a few breaths when we twist like this, and then we'll take our hands back to where we started. Another deep breath in, exhale out, and walk your hands back in. And then bring the right foot flat to the mat and take it wherever you need to along your legs. So if you need to give yourself some extra space, go ahead and do that. It doesn't have to be in as tight as I am. That's just what feels good for me. So we'll bring the right hand behind us. Inhale, let's take the left arm up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right into Marishasana 3. And of course, you know, you can either wrap your arm around your knee or take your hand to your knee or take the arm to the outside of the leg. Keep the breath going. And then we'll exhale and turn forward. Extending the left leg now, the right leg. Making sure that foot's flexed. Bringing the left foot to wherever you're comfortable and pulling your butt luggage out because we're going on the second half of the trip. Fingertips out to the floor beside you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, taking the arms up. Reach, breathe. Take that extra breath, Kelly, and fold from the top of your thighs. Yes, so once again, you're going to take your hands to wherever you're comfortable. Gosh, my back is rounded. There's a drawback to doing these lives, and that is that I can see myself. So I'm not used to seeing myself doing the poses, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know about that. So, I don't know. That's why we never had mirrors in the studio. It's very distracting. Now, if you want to do the little twist on this side, you're going to take your left hand to the outside of the foot, bring your right hand behind you, and then twist your torso to the right. Just for a few breaths. And then turn back into the position that you were in before. And then on your next exhale, you'll come back up, bringing the left foot now flat to the mat. Left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Oh, yeah. Always twisting the tall spine so we get equal spacing between all of the vertebrae, each of them. You know, you don't want to slump. Posture is important, but sometimes it's hard to do it. And then we'll exhale, turn forward to release it. Let's extend the left leg out to the side like we're going to go into wide leg seated forward bend, but we're going to bring the right foot into the thigh. Pull the buns out. So we're going to go into revolved head to knee. So you'll take your left hand down to your left shin, rest your elbow there. If it rests against your knee, that's fine as long as you don't like slam into it. That would be bad. Right hand will go to the back with the palm out. So onto your lower back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate the chest toward the ceiling. And you can look up or down, whichever one is better for you tonight. If you want to extend your right arm either up or over, feel free to do so. And breathe. Now, if your right arm is extended, go ahead and bring it back to your low back. Look down to your left leg, and we're going to come back up and then switch it out. So we'll take the right leg out to the side, bring the left foot in, pull the buns out. Right hand goes down to the shin, resting the elbow. Left hand goes to the low back with the palm out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate, looking up or down. And then if you want to extend your left arm up or over, you can. Then go ahead and bring your hand back to your low back, look down to your right leg, and we'll exhale and come up. And then we'll extend both legs out in front of us, flexing the feet, pulling the buns out, sitting bones are firmly rooted, bringing the hands down by your side, elbows are guided in, relax your shoulders. If you need to bend your elbows, you can. Sit up nice and tall. Just breathe in staff pose. And then if you need some extra space as we go into seated forward bend, go ahead and take your legs out to the width of the mat. We'll inhale the arms up, lengthen, coming out of the waist, and exhale, folding from the top of the thighs. Taking your hands either to the outside edges of your feet, to your shins, to the mat. You can use your straps. Keep your back flat, keep your neck neutral, and breathe. As we breathe, the pose stays active. And if you feel like you're stuck in terms of like your breath is not moving you at all, then probably you're a little too far down on your legs and you might want to come up a little bit. Give your body some space to breathe. You know, because sometimes it gets a little too tight when we try to go further down the legs and it's not as beneficial. So if you come up a little bit, like I came from my feet to my shins and I was able to straighten my back, and then my chest opens, my shoulders draw more onto my back, and that feels really good as well. So, you know, play with your practice. Be playful. It's your practice. You know, you don't even have a boss anymore to tell you what to do. I'm just kind of practicing with you. Nice deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, walk your hands back in and come back up to seated. And we're going to come down onto our backs. So when you come down onto your back, let's see, what do I want to take with us tonight? Let's go ahead and bring the strap along. So make sure you have your strap. Come down onto your back. Oh, that feels good. Okay. So bring your feet flat to the mat. Let's make sure that the ankles are underneath the knees and the feet are about hip width apart. Arms down by your side, palms are flat to the floor. Pushing into your hands and your feet. On the inhale, let's lift the hips into easy bridge, Setu Bandha. If you want to roll and tuck your shoulders underneath, feel free. Release your chin away from your chest and make sure that your knees are hugged in toward the midline of your body. That helps your hips stay in the air. Just breathe. Then we'll exhale all the way down. If your shoulders were tucked, go ahead and release them. Cross your right leg over your left. Take your arms out to the side of your body. On the exhale, we're going to twist down to the left into cross-leg spinal twist. Now you want to make sure that your shoulders are as flat to the mat as possible. You can look up to the ceiling or look over your right shoulder to extend the twist. If you want a little bit of extra leverage, you can take your left hand either to the right knee or to the right thigh, or you can just keep both arms extended. On your next inhale, let's bring the knees back up, uncross your legs, and now cross the left leg over the right. And on the exhale, we'll twist down to the right
Once again, keeping the shoulders as flat to the mat as possible and looking up to the ceiling or over your left shoulder. And as you breathe, maybe you sink a little bit more into the pose. If your hips feel like they're caught and they can't relax, try to straighten the bottom leg just a little bit, not too much, and that should relax your hips out. Then we'll inhale the legs back up and uncross them. Bring the knees into your chest. You can rock in cradle rock, either with your legs or your ankles crossed, rocking side to side, or you can rock in circles. Or if you prefer, you can come into happy baby. Just massage your back, breathe. And sometimes you might want to stop on a spot that's really bothering you and just kind of work little circles in that spot, and that might help it feel better. Might not. Then we'll come to a stop. Uncross your ankles, grab your strap. Take it around the balls of your feet. Inhale, taking the legs up to the sky. Coming into Viparita Karani, reverse pose. Feet are flexed. One end of the strap in each hand. And then we'll exhale the legs out along the width of the strap. And if you want to rock here, feel free. I'm using a 6-foot strap, which is what we had in the studio. So this is one of the studio straps. I also have an 8-foot strap, which for me is a lot better in this pose because it allows my legs to go wider. I know Debbie uses an 8-foot strap as well because she is super flexible when she has her legs out wide. Then we'll come to a stop, bring the feet back together. So the point of that is if you have long legs and you want a longer strap to do that, I would recommend getting an 8-foot. Then we're going to release the left leg onto the mat, keep the right foot or leg in the strap, left arm out to the side. On the exhale, release the leg down to the right. And then if your buns are caught, bring your left foot flat, lift your buns and set them back down, and then you can extend your left leg out onto the mat unless you need support in your back when you're in this, and then you would keep your left foot flat until it's time to take the leg across to the left. So we'll breathe a reclining hand to big toe with a strap. Opening up the hips. Then we'll inhale that leg up, switch the strap into your left hand, right arm goes out to the side, and we'll exhale, taking the leg down to the left. So that kind of twists us out too. And then you can look up to the ceiling or you can look over your right shoulder, whichever you prefer. You get a little twist in the lower back, but try to keep your shoulders flat because you don't want to roll too far. That's why you keep that right hand out to the side. Inhale the right leg up. Let's bring the left leg into the strap. Take the right leg down onto the mat. Right arm goes out to the side and the left leg goes down to the left. And isn't that funny? If you're looking, my foot appears huge in the screen. And then if you need to adjust your buns, go ahead and do so. And then you can extend your right leg onto the mat unless you need support for your low back, and then you'll keep that foot flat. Just keep the breath going. Then we'll inhale that leg up, switch the strap to your right hand, left arm goes out to the side, and we'll twist that leg across to the right. Stretching out the glute and the hip. Then inhale the leg back up, bend the knee, release your strap, and let's prepare for Shavasana. So get whatever props you need for Shavasana tonight, whether that's blankets, bolsters, whatever you need to be comfortable. Oh, a bug has joined me for Shavasana. Lucky me. Okay, so get your props all together. Bring your legs out to the width of your mat. Let the feet and ankles roll out to the side. And your arms can be down by your side, or you can rest your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. Bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. And just relax. Focusing on your breath.
start to get some movement back into your bodies, gently coming out of Shavasana. When you're ready, rolling to one side and resting for a couple of breaths before coming back to seated. And once you're back to seated, you'll see that we've been joined by Miss Sasha, who was misbehaving apparently, and so I had to go get her and bring her in here with me. She seems quite happy now, so we're good. So my final thought for tonight, can I put my hands in on Jolly Mudra? Yes. Is that the pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity, and the optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. So think about that for a minute. Thank you for joining me and Sasha in our practice tonight. Namaste.
You say namaste? Namaste.
Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your evening. And I will check you guys out later. See ya. Love you.